of Logging Railroad is life. Let's kind of take a look at what's been going on, because we've got a fair amount that we need to do. So it looks like there's some stuff that we can switch around or do at our pulp mill here. We obviously have a bunch of cars that need to go over from Bryson to East Whittier, which we may want to do that first just to help clear out this yard before we do anything else. So maybe we'll get a long haul train to do that. Up on the logging branch at Walker, we have cars we do need to take back up the hill and start repopulating those places from the sawmill. So we'll have that there. We also have coal we need to pick up from Kirkland. We've also got a fair amount of stuff at East Whittier that needs to come west or east. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's just move some long haul stuff. So we'll put the climaxes and the other stuff aside for a moment. Let's see what we got. We have, God, I forgot what we had. So let's get our little character here. Let's actually use him to get around, because I have no idea what's been going on, because this is the first time I have picked up my computer to really play a game in well over 2 weeks, I think. So it's been a while. Okay, so we have number 8, which is a Russian deck. That could be fun to run with. We also have some big honking locomotives. Is this the Burke or the Santa Fe? So it looks like we got a C&O T1. We also have a Burke. So, do we go for the really big power? You know what? T1 might be kind of cool. Oh, but that whistle has to change. That is a terrible whistle. 1 second here. Let's make sure that some things are changed here. Yeah, let's get that. Oh, we need a different whistle. Come on.
If we can go find where all.
There we go. That'll work. Okay, and I'm lined out of this, right? Yes. Okay, that whistle's actually grating on me quite a bit. I don't know about you guys. I will check the comments here in a moment, because I know people are definitely commenting on stuff, but the whistle is terrible. Let's see. There we go. But yeah, it's good to be back streaming. It's been a bit of time. We'll talk about what I've been doing in the meanwhile here. Let me quickly just get caught up on the chat. So it looks like a fair amount of folks are joining us here. So Steam Lance, hello. Sir Schmuck, hello. Good to have you here. Where am I lane? Let's not go crashing into the other locomotives I have. I think we're gonna have to turn around using the Y, just based on how this is going. There we go. All right, I'm going to turn this puppy around. Bring her around town. Oh, and my frames are doing great right now. That's freaking-tastic. Let's see, AJ Mercer's here. Nevada County Railroad fan is here. Hello. Mighty's here. Nick from Vegas. Time for more cabbage. I mean, logs. Yes, logs. Seems appropriate. Right, let's back this sucker up. We also probably need to look at scrapping some of the stuff we have to make room and get rid of some of the problems we currently have. But we'll see. Solaris is here. Ragtimer is online. Yes, the Ragtimer is online. Hope you're doing okay, man. Bro Train's here. JSJ is here. Hi, JSJ. Yes, I've seen the video about the maintenance away update. We will talk about that here in a second. Trains with faces, if only they were real. No, that would be terrifying. We never should have real trains with faces. That's terrifying. Bandit saying we're back. We back and we log. And then, where's the train going to go? Where we're going to go to Whittier today. And then we'll do some other stuff. Buy Shrimpy, then scrap him again. Jesus. That's a terrible idea. Alrighty. JSJ bought a boat. JSJ, do they even have water where you live? I thought you only had snow.
Well, they probably have water. It's just usually frozen.
Yes, exactly. Maybe it's for ice boating? I don't know. Did you see the DM and IR Yellowstone live stream? I did not. I was working yesterday. So, Bro Train Hangry, did you see where I went last week? No, I did not. Let's see. Celestial's here, hello. Alright, so let's talk about, I guess let's start with talking about the maintenance away update that had a little bit more announced about it, because it definitely looks interesting.
Hey Justin, what's going on?
So, I'll ask you first, Gary, and what did you think of it? A little preview video.
I'm interested in it. I'm not sure how much of it I'm gonna like, but I'm interested to at least try it out.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems like a unique new add-on for the game, like a new challenge, because, you know, just with the fact of, okay, now if you have to deliver, what was it, like 400 some cars of ballast on one of the settings for like a tier 5 mainline?
Yeah, that's not going to be fun at all.
Yeah. And the fact that you have to own those cars and then send it out to interchange, that's going to make it expensive. But obviously that then, you know, if we decide to use it, which we probably will, knowing us, you know, we'll see. You know, I think it's going to be cool. I don't know how much a high level we'll use it for, but we'll definitely use it. So, you know, it'll be a new challenge. So we'll try it out. We'll see what level we want to put stuff at. I think it's kind of strange that they say, oh yeah, you can get your track rated for 80 miles an hour.
From what I got from it, it sort of makes sense because you can do that and then you don't have to maintain it as often.
Yeah, it just seems like that was kind of like a strange arbitrary number of like, okay, considering the fastest point on this railroad's like 35 on the main line.
But I think obviously I get it. You can do 40 or 45 as the main line speed.
So that's interesting. I do like the fact that it'll make like the logging lines and stuff like very slow, which I think is a perfect motif for logging BS. So that'll be kind of fun. It'll definitely add another layer again to the realism of the game, and we'll see.
Yeah, at least part of the maintenance way does have an on-off ability.
Yeah, so we'll see. Again, I think it'll be interesting to see like what level we decide to do stuff at, if anything. So again, we'll see. Okay, let's get these cars out of here.
It is going to be hell for solo players, though, having to worry about maintenance away.
Yes. Thankfully, we usually play as a group, so at least with us, it will be potentially, the keyword there being potentially, less of an issue. But we could say, like, okay, today, Ragtimer's on the maintenance train, and we'll see what else happens from there. So, cool stuff. But yeah, I think I like the fact that they also teased the fact that they were doing other improvements like optimization, because that is very badly needed. Example, 10 frames per second currently in Bryson. So, will be awesome to have a much better quality of life for the game, better graphics, all of that. So let's hope that that comes out sooner rather than later. for just that reason alone. But obviously, I know they also said they were going to work on optimizing stuff for modding and modding support. So
I don't remember if it was part of the maintenance way video, but it was something that Sam said on a WNCRR stream. But apparently the current version is going to be a legacy version for at least a short time after it comes out. So at least you won't have to lose your save completely.
Wake me when the show starts.
It's already been on a while.
Wake me when it's over.
And joining us all the way from his house is General. Hello, General.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm tired. I don't know what it is. About like halfway through the day, I feel like I've just lost all of the steam I had and just have been slogging it out the rest of the day.
I see.
Yeah. Aside from that, doing great. How about you?
Oh, you know, we had another long day at work, but good day. Got some stuff done, and now I have the next 2 days off. Although, whether they're actually days off is a question for, for potential discussion. Because tomorrow I'm having a medical procedure done, so that'll be 9:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. And they told me, like, all right, you can't eat for 4 hours before it. So I ordered a big old pizza, and I've been kind of chomping down on that as I go.
Uh-huh.
So
apparently 400 tons, 415 tons is too much for this diesel going up here.
Which diesel is it?
15 tons.
I think it's the Baldwin diesel.
Oh.
Only
Interesting.
415 tons, and it's struggling to get up to the L4.
Oh, you're up there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go drop some of these cars off so I can get up there.
That gets up to like a 6 or a 7% grade. Do there.
I swear to God, General, if you did that just because.
What?
6 or 7% grade.
But it's true. It's true. It's 6 or 7. You have no proof. I speak only the truth.
You speak the true?
I speak the true.
Just like Cloud Atlas.
Yes. Ah, my frames!
I'm trying to clean up the frames. Trying to get stuff out of Bryson.
Damage.
Probably one of the log
Damage.
cars up here. I'm going like 10 miles an hour, but it's probably still too fast.
And then over on Twitch, looks like Lich Lord Kurz is here. Hello. Laird McGale saying Ragtime Rush scored. I was given a 7.5, 6.7 horsepower switcher chassis.
6.7?
6.7. Shut up. Do not know what happened to the body shell, but it was damaged beyond repair. Half the researcher made it to replace the shell. Excellent. That's very cool.
Wish I could get given a 7.25 inch chassis.
Listen, you have other problems to worry about other than
You're
7.5
right.
inch gauge or 7.25.
You're right, I do. Including my crippling spending habits.
Yes. Also, General, fun side hobby before we get back with other typical BS. Guess who messaged me on Facebook today? Kind of unexpectedly.
Jake?
Our good friend Jay.
Oh.
So Jay is, for those who don't know, Jay Kovacs is the owner of the Train Department, which is a website that, or I guess a seller that focuses on live steam in both, G gauge, aka like 1 to 20.3, 1 to 13, 1 to 19, 1 to 32, as well as like ride-on stuff at like 7.5 inch and similar.
Mm-hmm.
So for those who don't know, I bought a coal-fired steam engine. Finally got here about a month ago, and that thing has been a pain in my tuchus ever since. So got the locomotive, fired it up, could never really get a good fire in it. Like, the fire would either die quickly or just not maintain pressure or whatever. So it's been a challenge to learn that. Then last week, fired it up, and the throttle started to leak, like hissing steam out of it and water. So in a moment of panic, I took a video of it and put it on a group on Facebook called Gauge 1 Live Steamers. And had a bunch of people commenting, and the comments actually kind of went wild on it because, people were both vested in what was happening with it, but at the same time were like, here's how you fix it, or here's how you absolutely don't fix it. So...
both being helpful and unhelpful?
Yes. So, I posted in there, and basically it was a felt washer. Why it was felt, I don't know. Replace it with a copper one and some Permatex, and you should be okay. So I ordered the parts, and then I got further going on it. Put it all back together yesterday, fired it up. The leak no longer leaks. However, people still kept commenting on the video because they were like, what's going on with it? This is so interesting. To the point that the owner of AccuCraft, Bing Cheng, actually commented on the video saying, oh, I'm so sorry to see this. Please let us know if you need anything. And then I immediately called out his employee being like, yeah, I did, and your guy was unhelpful.
Well, I mean, this isn't the first, major issue you've had with this locomotive either, because you also had the whole thing with the cylinder cocks not working.
Yeah. Because they had too long of a screw for it, which is a whole new thing. But then independently on one of the videos, Jay's like, oh, hey, your sight glass might have a crack in the top of it.
Oh.
So...
Again? I'm getting PTSD.
So the message was, hey, look at that glass. Looks like a hairline fracture at the top where the water drip is. You could back off that nut and look better too. The 1mm O-ring in there can only be squeezed so much before they fail. Shades of EBT. It's like, fuck you, Jay. Like... But I appreciate the fact that he at least cares enough to be like, hey, you should probably check that out just in case. And he knows who I am, which is kind of cool. But he's like, and the jam nut still leaks with sealant. Looks like the copper just isn't mating perfect. And I sent him a video of it and picture from yesterday when I fired it up and said, got the copper washer installed with Permatex last night. No more leak on the throttle. And I haven't noticed the leaking from the sight glass, but I'll check it again before I fire up. Because it was not leaking yesterday. But if you look at the video that I put from last week, it is leaking. But I don't know if it was just way too overfilled in the boiler.
Well, I thought the one you put from last week, when I looked at it, I thought it was a case of... are you talking about the one that said tightening does nothing, or the first problem one?
I'm doing the one that's a video on Gauge 1 Live Steamers where... it's a close-up of the side, the throttle pissing air or pissing steam and water. But then if you look at the top of the sight glass, it has a constant little drip for a little bit. It's a 15-second video.
Is it the one where the water's about halfway in the glass?
No, it's like at the top. It's full.
Okay, hold on. It was the one taken in vertical, or is it the one taken horizontal? The one
vertical.
Taken vertical. Yeah, okay. I see what you're talking about, but I thought that was just
Water
I thought
building
that
up
was
on the
just
outside
water.
of the sight
Yeah,
glass.
I thought that was just water condensating on the outside of the sight glass.
That's what I thought too. So I fired back to Jay saying, I haven't noticed it, but I'll check. But right now my main issue is firing it. And he's like, oh, well, it looks like it on the video I'm looking at. And I fired back and I'm like, okay, yeah, I kind of see what you're looking at. Before I fire it up again, I'll take a look. But I really hope I don't have a broken sight glass again. I have enough PTSD from that.
But you have all the stuff to do it.
I do have all the stuff to do it now.
Also, I think Steamlance just said they got a roundhouse millie.
Excellent. That's
Roundhouses
awesome.
are wonderful locomotives. If I can speak English, wonderful locomotives. I was gonna get a roundhouse locomotive until I didn't, and I got my AccuCraft Little Mogul, and I've loved it.
Yes. So, yeah, but I'm at least happy that Jay is like nice enough not to just be like, go, have fun. You're gonna break it. But is like cares enough to be like, hey, just in case you didn't notice this, you might want to take a look.
He's a good guy. I like him.
Yeah.
Also, what needs to happen today? Because I'm currently sitting in number 19 down here in Bryson next to the water tank.
So we need to do some more logging runs up to take stuff from the sawmill up the hill. There's also some switching that can be done in the yards for both Bryson Briquette and the paper mill down there.
Okay.
Otherwise, we do need to get cars out of Kirkland. There's a bunch of stuff that needs to come over from East Whittier, but I'm going to grab that with the C1 or the C&O T1 I've got right now.
So I guess that's the question: is do you want to do more long haul runs and let me handle some of the menial switching and?
I think we need to
logging?
get some of the long hauls done just so we can then get back to menial switching and logging stuff. So we'll get there.
Okay. In that case, does any of this pulpwood need to go into the? Oh, that's an empty string. Okay, so that's briquette. I see the stuff you're talking about for briquette. Also, I hate this switch right here.
The double slip switches?
Yeah. I cannot wait for them to actually optimize this game.
Well, that's what they said they're trying to do, so hopefully that actually does happen.
I know they said they are, but
Yeah. And apparently Bro Train was in Mount Union.
What?
Cool.
Huh. I don't know if I've actually been to Bryson Briquette. I actually don't know if I've ever taken a train to Bryson Briquette.
Well, you could always change that.
I can, you're right. I'm just trying to figure out where the heck Bryson Briquette is.
It's right near the entrance of Bryson.
Yep, it's on that track that goes off at the weird angle.
Yeah. It's the one that's a dead end in Vanilla.
Yes. Where's Dunvik Coal? Oh, that's up on the mountain, isn't it?
Yes. And Steamlance, yeah, we'll check out those posts in the Discord after the stream here today. Cool. Mighty asking, hey, Ragtimer crew, what kind of a Railroader map do you want in Railroader? It could be your favorite railroad or your worst railroad. I'll start. I actually, before I hopped on here today while I was eating my pizza, was basically watching the Cast Scenic Railroad videos from the last week or two.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, you know what? It would be kind of cool to have, like, it would be a big map. But if they could do, like, the Cast Scenic operation that goes from Cast to Durban, so you have your main line running. You have the Cast, like, Scenic, which goes up Bald Knob, and then also over to Spruce. And then if you had some or all of the line from Spruce to Elkins. Because then you'd basically have Western Maryland main line plus West Virginia Pulp and Paper Company / Maurer Lumber, logging, and then C&O main line from Cast to Durban. So it gives you a couple of different options whether you want to do logging or coal running or that sort of thing. It would be a big map, but it would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know if I should take all this. I'm sorry, I'm derailing your train of thought. But I don't know if I should really push this stuff that needs to go to Bryson Briquette yet, because the stuff that's on the line is still unloading.
Interesting. Interesting.
There's a couple of empty cars, but I'd have to like switch them out. They emptied like halfway through the string.
Gotcha.
It'd be too easy if it unloaded the ones at the front.
Exactly. So I can look at taking the paper mill stuff though. Maybe this time I'll actually scout it out before I start shoving it. Aha, yes. That might be a smart thing to do. Honestly, if someone could do the Saluda grade, like just the run up the grade. It's like a 30-40 mile run. Ridiculous railroading right there at the grade, but it's very pretty.
You heard it here first. General likes pain.
I want my... Sorry, my sweet is trying to kill me. I want my prototypical running on Saluda grade. I want to have someone stationed at the bottom of the hill with a runaway track 24/7.
That you have to manually throw the switch when you're coming down the grade.
Exactly.
All right, I am entering Whittier, by the way.
Okay.
Let me see where I'm lined to.
For those of you who don't know, what I'm referencing to, the Saluda grade, which was, I think it was the steepest mainline grade in the country. Is that correct? Not misspeaking by saying that. Not going to trigger someone.
Well, I'm sure someone's triggered, but that's beside the point.
Yes, but it was the steepest mainline grade in the country, and it was notorious for runaways, just because it was such a long, steep grade. And up until like the 70s or 80s, maybe even to the 90s, they had someone whose whole job was to... Actually, they had multiple people whose whole job was to sit in a shack next to a switch and listen for the sounds of a runaway train. And if there was a train that was running away, they would throw the switch and stick it up onto a runaway track. Kind of like, think of the runaway ramps that you see on the side of like a mountain highway where the trucks would go up if they lose their brakes. Same concept. That was their whole job, was just to sit there their entire shift and throw a switch if a train started running away. And even into the 90s and early 2000s, they finally had like automated switches that they could remotely throw, but I think they still had the shacks there.
Yes. Lynchlord Curse is saying, I want a map with a port as its terminus. Basically, wait for Railroad, not Railroads Online, Century of Steam with the Tahoe-ish map that has that lake thing, maybe.
Okay.
Apparently, Bro Train took a load from Cleveland and Mount Union. Interesting.
Huh.
Laird Miguel also saying, so what fuel-powered live steam G or F scale do you recommend for ease of use? For ease of use, butane.
Butane.
100% butane.
Every day. Yeah. It's like, if you were to rank it, butane is the easiest, alcohol is somewhere in the middle, and coal firing is coal firing.
Coal fire is like hard mode.
Yes. The most analog thing I could think of is butane's like you're cutting on a grill. Alcohol is somewhat close to like oil firing, and then coal is your coal firing. Whether you like it or not, you're coal firing. There is no turn on, there is no turn off, you're coal firing.
Correct. So, we've already been talking about if and when Ragtimer gets another live steam engine, because we all know it's a question of when, it's not a question of if. it will be butane. So, and that's not because I don't love coal firing. Coal firing is a fun challenge, and I'm appreciating the challenge, but I also just want to be able to be like, okay, I'm firing this up and it's going to run for a while.
You don't want to have to think about maintaining your fire all the time.
Yeah. I just want to run trains around in circles.
That is A-okay.
Okay, so here I am once again. I'm rolled into pieces. I'm arriving at East Whittier Interchange, and I'm going to basically cut off this engine from the train, and I'm going to grab a switcher and try to switch some of this out. Just to get it into the tracks it needs to go in before grabbing the next cut. So we'll see how quickly I can stop. JSJ is saying it's windy. I guess that's what you get for being out on a boat. If you're not on a boat, why is it windy inside the building you're in?
Windy. Wait, why is he on a boat?
JSJ apparently bought a boat.
He bought a boat. Why is he watching a live stream from his boat? How big is the boat? Is it like yacht, or is it like...
I do not know.
I'm thinking John boat with like a trolling motor strapped to the back of it.
His name's not John, it's...
Yeah.
Redacted.
Redacted. Where your buddy and your both got the name John. Yeah.
Yep. Are you going to open too many limitations opting for F scale? I think we've had this conversation before, but we can have this conversation again. So, with garden railroading, the size of your equipment is limited with the radius of your curves. And obviously, the bigger the equipment you want to run, the wider the radius has to be. Now, if you have like a basic LGB 040 like tank locomotive that you could find on eBay left and right,
like the one I saw.
Yes. Those can fit around a 2-foot radius or a 4-foot diameter curve. Most big diesels, like a Dash 9, the White Pass, engines, like those sort of stuff, those will have a 5-foot minimum radius or a 10-foot diameter is recommended. Big boy, depending on what the manufacturer is and what type of track you're trying to run down, could be anything from like a 5-foot radius to a 10-foot radius. So it really depends on what you're trying to do. Now, when you start getting into 1 to 20.3, which is F scale, if it is specifically designed to be narrow gauge, which what we in general are running is typically what we try to do. The minimum radius is 4-foot radius, 8-foot diameter. So if you try to get like an AccuCraft locomotive or some of the other manufacturers who do live steam or bigger stuff like a Bachmann Spectrum engine, for example, that's probably going to have a minimum radius of 4 foot or 8-foot diameter. The coal-fired C18 I'm doing is a 4-foot radius minimum.
What the
So I use 10s and 15s on my curves, and they seem to work well. And JSJ got a 14-foot fiberglass boat with a 74 horsepower Mercury engine.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
And I don't know if you saw him say it before, but he did say there is still ice on some of the lakes up there.
Why?
Why not?
It's summer. Stop being cold.
Not in Canada. Canada, it's always frigid.
I guess not.
So.
Canada. It's colder than a witch's titty.
Someone trim that, please. So, It really depends on what you want to run. Now, we have a mutual friend, Boomario, who you occasionally have seen on our streams. He really wants a Southern Pacific GS4, aka the Daylight. In order for him to get a Daylight that would run on my layout, I would have to change all my curves to a 10-foot radius or a 20-foot diameter.
That's massive.
Yes.
That's bigger than JSJ's boat.
That is bigger than JSJ's boat. So, so eventually if I do have a different loop setup that's just for longer, bigger engines running, then maybe I could do, like that kind of a radius. But, okay, let me see. What engine do I have? Let me use the little 240 to switch. That could be kind of cute.
It does good. Anyways, there was a point to all this, I believe.
Yes, the point is, depending on what you want to run, if you do F scale, you are specifically looking at American 3-foot gauge. So, if you want that, the only object is going to be money, because holy crap, this stuff is expensive.
I mean, you could argue that about any of the scales, though, especially some of the, like 1 to 32 or 1 to 29 locomotives. Like we were looking at that cab Ford, remember that?
Yeah.
Some of the stuff can get into the tens of thousands of dollars. Which, there's some ride-on live steam locomotives that don't cost that much. But yeah. I think narrow gauge, you can kind of get away with it a little bit more too, because narrow gauge is kind of by designed to go around tighter curves, right?
Correct.
Then you also get into stuff like 1 to 19 or 7/8 scale, which is like 2-foot gauge on the same track. Which that gives you bigger locomotives, but I think you can still run on some really tight curves.
No, I looked into it a little bit. Those things require like the 15-foot curves.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'd imagine like that gigantic Sandy River locomotive that the dude custom built would, but I thought like some of the like the 040s and the 40s would have better, tighter radiuses.
According to AccuCraft's website, they updated their website.
Oh,
Interesting.
how they update it?
Landing page is different.
Oh, did that finish unload? That finished unloading in the time.
But for a point of reference, the butane-fired Forneys, they say they need a minimum radius of 8 foot.
So that's the same. Well, that's the same as technically like our locomotives.
No, 8-foot radius.
Oh, 8-foot radius. Okay, so that's like double what ours is.
Correct. So, again, do your research. Find out what you think will work best for you. For me, I wanted Rio Grande narrow gauge as my main focus, with White Pass being a secondary. So,
EBT coming in third.
EBT.
Hey, Marker 1.
I work for the broad top. I don't need to have the damn thing on my backyard all the time.
Yes, you do. Stupid broad top. Let me go run my broad top locomotive. As you have your battery-powered broad top locomotive.
Hey,
we were running.
until I get other battery-powered locomotives, it is...
Aha. Likely story. That's why you had custom decals made for it, right?
We're in slow mode today, Mark. We're working on
gonna hurt
Connolly
you.
Creek.
Emotionally or physically?
Let's start with the one option and go with the other later.
Okay. That's a secret surprise that'll help us later.
Yes. And yes, this does have a cabbage stack.
Which
Isn't it
one
great?
are you?
A little
Oh, you're,
240.
yeah. I like
Andrew was the one who
cabbage.
made the changes to the website. No, I did. I did not.
Actually, now you're making it. Now I need to go look at the website.
There's nothing else new on there, though.
What changed?
This
Did I
grade
miss-
sucks up here.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. What changed? I don't really see anything that looks like it changed. Like the home screen still looks the same. It's got the half painted K27 and.
It's all the boxes down below.
Oh yeah, look at that. Maxi tracks? What?
That's the British, like, unit of them.
Oh. Package deals, new arrivals, ON30, Aster. Yeah.
Anyways, long story short, do your research, choose what's best for you, and go from there.
Coal-fired 1 to 20.3 all day. 1 to 20.3 superiority.
And guy called Odin with a $5 super chat saying, "Surprise steam locomotive news! Canadian Pacific 1286 just got listed on GovPlanet for sale."
What?
I don't believe you. That I'm still gonna check, but I don't believe you.
1287?
1286.
1286. Not seeing anything.
That's my switch.
Is it a Pacific?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on there.
What?
It's
Whoa,
on
it
there
is.
for 450,000 Canadian dollars, which apparently is only like 328,000 for us.
Huh.
Protected by ironclass assurance. All right, General. My birthday. You know when it is. I have a new dream for my birthday.
If I could whip that out, I would already have Argent number 5 puffing around the broad top.
Atlas number 4 turnouts, is that what the switch,
Yeah, it is on there.
switch
What the
up
hell?
here was?
Alright, now just
Wasn't that the Gettysburg locomotive that blew up, or am I thinking of a different one?
I think I don't know.
It looks rough.
Hold on.
Oh, it's in Manitoba, Canada. It's definitely not the same engine. I think it was
Wasn't it-
1293 that blew up.
It was in Maryland. Yeah, so ran between Western Maryland and Gettysburg.
It's subject to offers, though. So, all right, community, you know what we can do? We crowdfund to get a steam locomotive. Oh, Gettysburg locomotives at Sugar Creek. Okay.
Yeah, so it was in the States for a while, and then apparently so it was at the put in storage at the Shenandoah Valley Railroad, and it was put up for a liquidation sale in 2015 after the last owner's death. It was
Hitboxes,
bought
they don't
by a
exist.
private owner from Alberta.
All right, Mark.
Time to start $5 from Odd Redneck saying time to start funding Angry to buy that train. No.
Angry Ragtimer standard gauge train
Empire.
slush fund. It does look like it's not. It's in a state.
It says inoperable on the listing.
Well, yeah, it's gonna need some heavy restoration. It's missing side rods. It's what running gear is there. Kind of looks clapped. Doesn't have the headlights gone. The steam dome's gone? No, that's the sand dome. Is that the sand dome? One of the domes is gone.
ACO will pick us up for it, though.
The back head is surprisingly intact.
And in case you missed it, Midland said 1278 is the one that blew up.
Okay, and that's the one at Sugar Creek. That's why. Okay.
Alright, so the the engineer's seat looks fine. The fireman's seat looks like it got chewed up for some reason. The auger actually appears to be in good shape. Still lettered for Virginia Central. Those wheel profiles. I don't know if they look okay. Oh, the auger has been disconnected.
It's okay, General. My auger has been disconnected for a while. Don't think about it too much. But, all right, so we're going to start switching out this train just to get stuff where it needs to go.
I'll offer him a crisp $5 bill.
And free delivery.
Yeah, with them paying delivery, yeah.
Nice. Bro train, I'm not going to comment on that. Let's see. Let's talk about the Garden Railroad a little bit. So, for those of you who are channel members, you might have noticed that I have uploaded a fair amount of stuff because there's been a lot happening on the Garden Railroad. Spoiler alert for those who haven't been following the series. The track is down. Like, all the track is down. The only thing that still needs to really be worked on is the turntable pit, which is in progress and will probably get worked on in the next day or two.
Making steady progress.
And then eventually, as I have additional funds, I will be starting the decorative process of buildings and plants and that sort of thing. Currently, General and Midland were up last weekend, and they helped out considerably on helping to fix some points that were a little on the awkward side.
I don't think your guy is supposed to sit on outside of the engine like this.
Did you ever get your tube not sucking itself solved problem? Or problem solved?
I'm sorry, what?
the running the wire through, not being able to suck the wire through.
No, I still need a hand or two to get the all the conduit wires done. So that is still that's basically like the next big step is to get that done. So I just need to either have bribes for someone or something else. But But yeah. So, live steam is operable. Live steam is regularly operable because I now have 2 operable live steam locomotives. The first is the coal-fired engine, which we've discussed a little bit already tonight. And then the other one is my 260. I finally got back from getting fixed. And damn, does that thing run like a Swiss watch.
It's louder than mine now. Like he put a chuffer in it, and it sounds.
That thing thunders.
He gave it the 2102 tune.
Like, it hurts your ears loud. It's
Are you saying it has a Reading 6 on it?
No, it's just the bark. It's just the bark of the chuff. There ain't no whistle on it.
I was trying to be funny.
I know.
I guess it didn't work.
If it had a scale Reading 6, it would drown it.
Yeah, that's how loud it is. Like, audibly hurts your ears loud.
Slap
just
your
as
mama
God,
loud.
just how God intended. But that thing runs really well. It's awesome to have a remote control engine, and it definitely makes me think that I'm going to remote control my other locomotive at some point. But
I keep thinking I'm going to run into that.
Now don't drop it again. Look, I fell down the stairs with it. But just the tender. The tender, it still has the dent.
I did notice that.
But that builds character.
Well, speaking of building character, my locomotive still has some character left over from our last run.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I told you it now has battle scars underneath, or under the on the underside of the cylinders, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Also, apparently, the little wire for the pseudo oiler thing, the thing that looks like it's the cylinder oiler, that came loose.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to screw that back in, or attempt to screw that back in when I was putting it up before I left that Tuesday.
Aha. I see. And Dwarf892 celebrating 13 months of membership, saying, "Damn you, angry! You made me hungry for pizza. Now I have pizza and I'm questioning my life choices."
Ha. Did we get that on film, by the way?
Of what on film?
My locomotive taking a spill.
I don't think we did.
I don't know. For context, my locomotive kicked a switch and then attempted to do a kickflip.
Eat shit.
Yeah.
It ate shit.
It did eat shit. Also, I have been re-inspired.
Oh?
There was recently a video put out, and the name of the person who did it will come to me momentarily, about 3D printed whistles.
3D printed whistles.
Yes, have you seen it?
Is it a functioning whistle or is it just decorative?
It's a functional whistle.
What?
Well, not on Steam, but yes, it's... hold on. Let me... Yeah, by Koi. Who's...
Guessing nobody saw that.
Same dude who is currently working on making a 3D printed A5 switcher.
Okay.
But he was apparently inspired by Heiss's Whistle 101's video some time ago, and decided to spend apparently something like a year working on making a 3D printed whistle that actually sounded good.
Interesting.
It's going in... Where should I put this? Should I stick it in general?
If the so was,
why are you sticking in yourself?
About, I guess nobody saw it. That's because
they
didn't comment on what happened.
And for those who don't know what we're talking about, we have a Discord server that we kind of use sometimes.
I'm gonna stick it in general banter. All right, so there it is. And he actually got decent results with it, but he stuck with 5 chimes. 5 and 6 chimes for the most part, except for he made a Hancock 3 because, yes. And I want to make a Baldwin 3 now, or a Crosby 3.
You just want to have EBT-15's whistle. I get it.
No, I want my ballin' on a budget. Tweetsy / what the hell?
What did you do?
I just teleported.
To space?
No, the track immediately adjacent, because I started down. It's these stupid switches. I started down track 2 in Bryson, right? Like I crossed over in Bryson, right in front of the roundhouse to track 2. And then all of a sudden, I'm back on track 3. Right as I hit the road crossing.
Interesting.
Okay, we'll have to ponder that later. Lower pulpwood is all there at the... where you have to back into it, correct?
Maybe?
It's at the lower level where the first set of logs is as well.
So, like, if I'm looking on it, you go through the switchback and then reverse in, right?
Maybe. I don't remember. Because last time I was over there, I struggled with it every time and I ended up facing the wrong direction.
Right. Yep.
No matter how many times I tried to trace the route to make sure I went the right way.
Yep. I've got it. I think I've got it. I may allegedly have got... I have some semblance of having
But I
it.
do remember there's only one switchback to get to it.
Well, now we also have all the wide nonsense.
Well, let me correct
going
that.
on.
There's only one switchback in vanilla. I don't know if any of our mods affect that.
Yeah, no, our mods haven't affected it. Anyways. What were we talking about? We were talking about something else.
Brains.
Trains.
Steam Lance, I have not seen or heard of the Newcastle Station approach.
Oh. I remember what I was saying. But yes, that video, at the end of it, he got a, hold on. The last one he did was the Northern Pacific 5 chime, and it actually sounded really good. So now I want to try my hand at potentially kind of like making a 3D whistle like a Baldwin 3 or a Crosby 3 that sounds good on compressed air, because that's actually not unobtainium for me, and I could potentially blow it. Like, the ultimate goal would make it to where it's a quill whistle on compressed air, because brass whistles don't really like compressed air as much.
Interesting.
Sidebar, he also released 2 of the files, which was for, I think, a Santa Fe 6 and the Northern Pacific 5 for free on Thingiverse.
Interesting. Interesting.
So if I figure it out, you're probably gonna hear a random Baldwin 3 chime coming up the valley.
That's... oh boy.
echoes of the past.
Yes.
Oh, I just accidentally found the keyboard shortcut for the Independent.
I want them to optimize the game already so I can actually quill the whistle.
All because my hands were on the wrong.
I could do a white pass 5.
The horror.
6%? This grade is really insane up here. 6%?
Yeah. Where are you at now? He asks, unknowingly.
Qualk Mountain.
Oh, you're working the clock?
Yeah, I got 3 cars to drop off at the L2.
Well, working the clock can be kind of hard. The biggest thing is you just got to keep moving. Keep it fluid.
Well, I only have 199 tons on the train. And
Doesn't
that
take
includes
much
the locomotive.
Doesn't take much, but it's still hard working up the clock.
Problem is, I gotta Dutch drop these in because the track's the wrong direction.
You got to Dutch drop them in going uphill or coming back downgrade?
I have to bring them down the hill.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the one that you got. Well, there is a passing siding up there at the top, just above you, if you can make it past.
Yeah.
Make it to that point.
And also, Midland, no. Just no.
But
I'll
No,
be
no,
right
no.
back.
Don't think about it. Don't acknowledge. The Reading 6.
We can negotiate things later. That's assuming I can figure it out, because I'm basically going to be going from what he started and potentially seeing about trying to continue it, but that's all assuming I can actually do something with it. And I don't just obsess about it for like a week and then forget about it and then don't do it again. You know, don't touch it for like 3 months.
Okay, let's see if I can
Oh, hi, laser cutter. Yeah.
Laser cutter.
Yeah. I was making a joke about, you know, the thing I obsessed about and then haven't touched for like 3 weeks.
Interesting. Let's push these cars up so I can start actually using this track.
Although, related to that, I finally got my old laptop back, so now I can actually reprogram my laser cutter to actually recognize that it is no longer restrained by the shackles of its former size and is in fact that big.
No, I don't upskill them to 7.5-inch gauge. You guys are now being a bad influence.
Upscale what?
The whistles.
Oh. Well, the whistles are actually scaled to full gauge. They're like standard size whistles. That'd be downscaling it.
Interesting.
I actually wonder how well a 3D printed whistle would stand up to actual steam pressure. Probably not too good. I think the temperature